Hi guys, good morning and welcome to this week's session. We're going to be talking about sunscreen. What is all this hula baloo about sunscreen? And is it really that important? The question is not about whether sunscreen is important or not. The question is really about why do you use sunscreen? What is your goal for using sunscreen? What are you trying to achieve? If your goal for using sunscreen is sun protection, you're on the right track because it will help you form right habits. But if you're only using sunscreen because that's what you see on social media these days, then I'm sorry to say, but you are wasting your time. The goal is sun protection. This means protection from harmful and excessive exposure to the sun. Please bear in mind that not all exposure to the sun is bad. If you live around the equator, West Africa for example, early morning sun, that is the sun that comes out about 8 a.m. GMT, which is about 9 a.m. in Nigeria, is fine. Also, the sun that you still have around in the evening from about 5 p.m. GMT, which is 6 p.m. in Lagos, 5 p.m. in Ghana, is also fine. Early morning sun has been proven to be very, very good for our emotional health, our mental well-being, for the synthesis of vitamin D, which helps to give us strong bones because it helps in the digestion of calcium, and also it's very good for our skin. Now, what makes sun harmful is the level of ultraviolet radiation. So if you don't live around the equator, you can check online for the UV levels in your area at that time and on that day. UV levels of 0 to 2 are safe, but from 3 to 7, you are advised to stay in the shade. Anything above 8 is harmful and should be avoided. Now, why do we avoid harmful, excessive exposure to the sun? I'm going to read out some of the effects of being unnecessarily exposed to harmful ultraviolet radiation. First, aging. Nobody wants to get old faster. Harmful excessive exposure to the sun leads to collagen and elastin breakdown, and this will result in sagging skin, wrinkles, and just looking older than you actually are. Second, there's chromia, popularly called sunburns, where you find that the cheekbones are burnt black. Also, we have damage to the eyes. We also have heat exhaustion with symptoms like dizziness, headaches, and even nausea. We have burns, redness, and blisters. And this happens not only on the face but on exposed body parts, especially the back of the hand. And I doubt that you apply sunscreen to your hands. And finally, skin cancer. Remember, our goal for using sunscreen is sun protection. Sun protection goes beyond the use of sunscreen. Why? Because the whole skin must be protected. So this means that to protect your skin, we have to use a combination of methods: sun blocking, sun protection, avoidance of the sun, and staying in the shade. Now, with sunscreen, there are certain things that you have to bear in mind. One of them is the quantity to use. Please read your leaflet where the manufacturer would have put instructions on the quantity, whether it's a pin size, whether it's a teaspoon, whether it's a tablespoon. Also, the manufacturer would have put instructions on the quantity or the amount of SPF protection and UVB protection that is required for your area. So that's where you see things like SPF 30, SPF 50, 3 star, 5 star, etc. All these are necessary depending on where around the equator you live. The closer you are to the equator, that is West Africa, the more protection you need because you are closer to the sun. Also, where you store your sunscreen Your sunscreen should not be stored in the car because sunscreen can be unstable. In addition to this, sunscreen is to be reapplied regularly, and this is because it breaks down. If it comes in contact with water, it may break down. If you are rubbing against the surface, it may break down. If you are sweating a lot, it may break down. So it should be reapplied. It should be reapplied every 2 hours from 9 p.m. 9 a.m. GMT, which is 10 in Nigeria. So 10, 12, 2 and 4, it should be reapplied. But if you find that you are sweating, you got wet, or you have been rubbing off against substances, you have to reapply more regularly than that. And also, sunscreen should be applied on exposed parts, not just the face, the ears, the back of the neck, the hands, and even the feet if you wear slippers and sandals. Remember, it is the skin that is being protected, not just the face. But I said sun protection goes beyond sunscreen. Using sunscreen alone is a fallacy and you will not achieve your skin goals. So you have to wear sun protective clothing. I have an example here. Fabric that is finely woven and dark colored. So if you put it up, you find that there is no the sun does not penetrate through the fabric. So you can be rest assured that if you are clothed in fabric like this, it is absorbing the ultraviolet rays. You should also wear long sleeve, preferably dark colored, long sleeve trousers and shoes. And always remember to protect your hands. In addition to that, a wide brimmed hat and also glasses. They can be photochromic or they can be sunglasses to protect the eyes. And of course, you stay in the shade and you drink water. Not Fanta, not Coke. Water. Be it cold, be it room temperature, whatever catches your fancy. You must stay well hydrated. And if at all you must go out into the sun, please make it brief and protect yourself. What is the moral of this story? Sun protection is the goal for using sunscreen. Sunscreen is not the only way to to comprehensively protect your skin from the sun. You have to consider protective clothing, staying in a shade, as well as avoidance, avoiding the sun wherever possible. If you have anything to add to what I have said, kindly write it in the description section. If you want to share your experience, please do the same. If you don't agree with anything I have said, again, please do the same. The science is there. The sun has been well and scientifically researched. So I want to thank you for being with us at this week's session, slightly lengthy session. I hope we have been able to add value to you, and I want to thank you and we'll see you later. Bye bye.